I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a radio announcer. I'm a high school football coach. And since I was old enough to stand on the side of a stream next to my dad, I've been an angler. I've fished with bait, lures, and flies. I've fished with spinning gear, fly rods, jigging poles, and tip-ups. I've stood on ice, waded rapids, and been tossed about the deck of a boat. And I want you to love fishing, be it freshwater or salt, heavy flows, high seas, or cutting through a foot of ice, as much as I do, no matter what the quarry, no matter the tactics, no matter the chosen tackle. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman. Projects, and there was a milestone in conservation in Fairfield on Monday. Fairfield was officially proclaimed it Mill River Wetland Committee Day. They had a ceremony. It was fascinating to see some of what they're teaching kids and what they're doing to protect that very important river system that could be threatened by development further up in Easton. We were there when Fairfield honored the Mill River Wetland Committee.
Whereas the town of Fairfield congratulates the Mill River Wetland Committee on its 50th anniversary of being an environmental education nonprofit organization in Fairfield. From its beginning, the MRWC has strived to educate and engage the citizens of Fairfield in an advocacy of our local watersheds. And whereas the MRWC was founded in 1966 by Jocelyn Shaw and a group of neighbors to protect the river from the Mill Plain Improvement, after the Mill Plain Improvement Society plan for the Mill Hollow habitat improvement had gone awry. Joy and the group were instrumental in identifying the appropriate levels of environmental impact. And whereas the MRWC, in conjunction with the local Nature Conservancy office, advocated for the purchase of these 40 acres of the Perry property by the town of Fairfield to become open space in 1967. The study of the ecological and historical value of this land was a precursor to the River Lab program. And whereas the MRWC first brought the River Lab experience of hands-on environmental science education to the students of Mill Hill School in 1967. And in the fall of that year, the River Lab program, which educates students from the watershed and the organism housed within, began leading kindergarten through 6th grade students along the local trails with trained volunteer guides. And whereas, through the years, the MRWC has continued to encourage volunteers to become involved in support of the River Lab's environmental education for Fairfield school children, and currently the MRWC trains over 400 adults annually to teach 3,500 students about the wetland and estuary productivity of our local Mill River and Ash Creek. And whereas the MRWC was awarded the Environmental Champion Award in 2015 for its goals of environmental education, environmental protection, and for the significant positive impact of the Riverland program has had on the entire Fairfield community. Now therefore, I, Michael C. Tetro, First Selectman of the town of Fairfield, do hereby proclaim October 17th, 2016 as the Mill River Wetland Committee Day throughout the town of Fairfield. Congratulations.
So our goal is to educate the adults and students of Fairfield in this case, and about environmental education, to engage them to want to participate and supporting the Mill River programs, and then to advocate for the health of the water basin system.
And how do you accomplish that goal?
Through Mill River Wetland Committee, we have started walks with our 50th anniversary to make people aware of what's here and the impact and some of the educational pieces that we use. We also run the River Lab program in the Fairfield and parochial schools.
And tell us about that River Lab program.
So the River Lab program is for grades 4 through 6, and those students come out to our laboratory area here at the Mill River and also at the Ash Creek Estuary, and perform experiments that reinforce the concepts of the water cycle and health of the river and things that the estuary would provide.
Of infiltration and absorption versus runoff. And with these two models, we are trying to demonstrate those scientific concepts to our students. These models are representing two different areas in our town. Right over here, we recreated a natural town open space, very much like where we are standing right now. And usually the kids gonna help us actually set all of this up. Over here, we have downtown Fairfield, a typical business district with any feature, all the surface features that come with that. In our program, we'll talk about the different layers of the groundwater system. The two models are exactly set up alike. We have, actually, those layers are really the cool stuff because part of them, did you know that this layer here, which is cracked bedrock, was created 350 million years ago when North America and Africa collided? A lot of oohs and ahs and oh, this is so cool. I'm usually coming my way, so I need you.
No way. That's really cool.
Yeah. They get a lot of little cool information, but I'm kind of going to skip a little bit over that. And then they help us, the student help us to put all these surface features on. We're going to build the river. We have a very highly scientific marsh. We have a pond where they set the trees, and a very important layer, which is our natural debris layer. Over here, obviously, downtown Fairfield looks a little bit different with the parking lots. It has the same river. We do have our lovely cars. Home Depot is in place, and all our houses as well. Then we really have the really fun stuff where the kids get to participate a lot, because we will start letting it rain on these two models, and the kids get to see how the rainwater behaves differently when it rains on the natural area versus the developed area. All the class says 1, 2, 3 rainstorm, and everyone is going to pour the water onto the cloud. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Rainstorm!
We need rain too.
Certainly do. It usually is much louder right now. This room is loud.
Oh, no way! Check it out! Woo! It's raining! Rainstorm!
Oh yeah.
I have to see how the kids really like this.
I love it. And if the cars
We reach over 100,000 students throughout the Fairfield schools.
Impressive stuff, and this is an annual, they come out as part of the curriculum?
As part of the curriculum, Fairfield has participated since 1968 in this kind of program, bringing out 4th grade through 6th grade.
How can people who are interested in protecting the wetlands and the river help the Mill River Wetland Committee?
Please visit our website, and we have opportunities to come out and talk to different community groups, different adult groups, scout groups. We do walks, and you can find that information on our website.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.